All right. Welcome, everyone. All right, so it's another 3 o'clock Jamaica's time, right? And another episode of Yardy Links. This is what episode 3?
Yep.
Episode 3. All right, so far, I mean, I am excited, and I just want to tell all the viewers that listen, we truly appreciate all the persons who come in week after week just to join in the discussion. We appreciate it, right? And today is no different. We're going to look at a hot topic, or really a very debatable topic, right? And so I have with me my co-hosts. We have Leon, all the way in UK, right? We have Fabian, aka Blitz, same way he's in UK. And we have Ryan, that's the bottom right. Ryan all the way in US. And you have me, yours truly, Rory, still there, yard. Jamaica land we love. All right, so before we get into today's topic still, right? Just want to give a tip for our viewers. Stop procrastinating, yeah? Don't procrastinate. Because we realize some of our viewers are looking to be entrepreneur. Some of them have some bright ideas. And so, just want to say this as a fellow entrepreneur myself. Don't procrastinate, yeah? All right, so today's topic, what we are looking at now? We are looking at dancehall people, right? And we want to know if dancehall really has an influence on crime. Anecdotally, persons would say, hey, the music violent and it make the man them a bust gun and them need to cut out dancehall, right? And as you can see, pretty much you're not looking to do that any at all, right? As a matter of fact, dancehall helps with tourism, right? And help with many other stuff. So, government now love to cut out dancehall. So I want to know, what are your views on dancehall and crime? Is there a correlation? Let me hear from Leon. Leon, what are your views, Leon?
Yeah, man. I believe there is a strong correlation between dancehall music and violence in the Jamaican society. I believe dancehall music influence a lot of crime. Dancehall music influence youths. It pollutes their minds and make them think in a violent way. Make them think about guns, stabbing, shooting, take a man, girl, and all of them things there. And if a boy step on your shoes, you bust them off and thing. That is what for your baby, you grow up, you hear them things there. And so your mind, you grow up with the thought that if a man step on your car, you kill him. So that's why you have a lot of crime in Jamaica. And these people who are in jail and people who get ready to, before they even commit some crime, them listen some tough music, and these music influence them and cause them to be aggressive and help them to get into the mind frame to commit crime. So that is my.
They say there's a strong correlation they use, There's a strong correlation.
Yes, man. If you find a man who got jail right now and he can tell us, yeah, when they commit a crime, the type of music I influence me or help me to get into the mind frame or mindset to do it.
All right, I hear you. Ryan, what you say?
Yeah, before we even start, maybe just take the opportunity, big up everybody on the show first, but also the club them, we can't forget to big up Arsenal every time. Big up Arsenal, we'll get it again.
So,
do it again.
In my Arsenal.
Yes, man, we did
Chelsea.
it again. Anyway,
Big up Chelsea.
Anyway, all right, my take is this, them people, anything can influence a man to do anything, yeah, and I believe that it's dancehall it can influence somebody, but it doesn't have a major impact. All right, I think it's a minor impact. There are so many other external factors and internal factors that can cause a man to commit crime. We're talking about poverty, we're talking about deprivation, we're talking about access to resources. All these things can cause a man, bad parenting, all of these things. We can use myself as an example. Me grew up, you understand? I grew up in an era where they got people around me I commit all kind of crime, but guess what? How me grew up make me think certain way. So my thing
I
is,
tell you, listen dancehall music.
I did listen to it.
You listen to dancehall?
Of course, me listen to the music. When I grew up, of course, me listen to it, but me never commit no crime. I wasn't influenced or motivated to commit any crime.
Think you're
So
going to
it's
church.
it's yes, man. Listen to it, boy. Listen, we're not and everybody here on the show knows say we're not born saint. You understand? We all have some things in us that we can lead towards sin. The Bible tells us everybody born and shaped in a sin, brother. So guess what? No, me didn't want to listen to music same way. I'm listen to it, but me not commit no crime. So it's all about your upbringing, all about your social environment, a whole lot of other factors, and research needs to be done to show that these factors lead to crime. And
well, I have research still, but let me cut it. I hear you.
Yeah, what about the research?
Yeah, man, talk to me. What you say? What's that on the pan?
Yeah, man, I don't believe that music, dancehall is influenced to crime. It's as Ryan says, it's your environment, it's your upbringing, it's what's around you that is what really bring out that criminal activities or that criminal mind that people have. Dancehall is only a music where it either heightens a situation. So I won't say that it's dancehall that tell a man that like me who listen let me say I go and listen to a Vibes Cartel and talk about pick up gun and do this and that. I'm not gonna sit down and say, you know what, I'm gonna go pick up a gun and I'm gonna go and do this or go do that. Dancehall music won't do that to me. You know?
Listen to dancehall music, I'm
That's
like,
you.
man, this you want to see what happen.
Yeah, but if we're gonna say it influences somebody, and I'm gonna let you share your topic, your views on it, Rory, before we dive.
Okay, let me
deeper
share my
into
view.
it.
Let me share.
Hold on. I just want to say hello, Marva and Journey and Jason. Thanks for joining, guys. Go on now.
Yeah, man. Keep the comments active. All right. So
Before you start, Rory, in the comments while Rory is talking, can you guys add your comments to let us know if you think dancehall music influence crime?
yeah, we'd like to know what you guys think. Right. But here's the thing. I honestly think that dancehall strongly influence crime. Right? Not even not no minor thing around here. Strongly. The reason why it's become thing that dancehall in itself influence the culture, right? And then the culture really influence how society act and behave, right? And how them behave right now depicts a lot of violence. See? They're very violent. So I strongly think that dancehall is a let me say huge influence. And I have data for sure. As a matter of fact, you know that recently Skeng, you know Skeng, right? You guys know Skeng?
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Right.
I hear about him.
You hear about him? All right. I'm around the place now, man. Right? Skeng was banned in Guyana. Right? Why? Why was Skeng banned in Guyana? So let me just read something why them ban him. I'm just gonna read it. Them ban Skeng because them tell Skeng, say, listen, Skeng, right now your music promote too much violence. I can't have you in a Guyana and promote the violence. See? To the point where Broga did upset. Well, not to say upset, he made shame because people in Guyana ban the Jamaicans them to come perform there. Right? Now here's my take on that. If I go on like say, Skeng, when Skeng come and sing about dancehall, it'll have an effect on his country. But the question is, does it really have an effect on the country? Because Guyana really don't have bad violent music. And if you look at Guyana crime rate compared to Jamaica crime rate, I have all the stats to show you, right? Guyana, we don't sing about violence. Let me see if I can bring it up. Let me share my screen. You guys can see my screen?
Yeah, maximize the page, though.
Maximize this. Let me show you. This is the crime rate in Jamaica from 2014 to 2021. And this is the number of homicides per 100,000 persons. 55 people.
I'm sorry for people in Jamaica still.
Or homicides. Right? Yeah, it's high. Now, look at the show on the Guyana now, for every 100,000 person. Guyana who say, listen, them don't want no violence in the media. Right? That's not alone, but I'm going to show you something. Guyana is looking at 19, the high, well, not the highest, 20, roughly the highest homicides per 100,000 persons. So Guyana crime rate is half, less than half of Jamaica's crime rate. And the people they must know, say listen, you see the culture is an important thing. And we don't want, we don't come, we do no badmanship, we don't bust gun, rifle walk, shut up boy, bust marrow.
AKA over the wall.
AKA, exactly, right?
Mind you, Rory.
Go ahead.
I just want to interject right there. So you're just basically, what is the main reason why Guyana banned Skeng? It's not just because of the violent music. There was an incident that happened, a shooting incident that happened in the month of May at some botheration or something like that. If forgive me if I got the name wrong. Why Skeng eventually got banned, and it wasn't just him. He was just eventually saying that we do not want these kind of activities or that is promoted by your music, right? Because you're promoting these activities, right? It's not saying that this music is a influence to why people take up the gun or whatever.
That him say no.
If it wasn't the music in their view, they wouldn't ban him.
No, hold on. Let me bring it up because
no.
See the man say that's so. The man say these are the PR people for Guyana. Them say if they want, they can go into private club and behave as badly as they want. But we will not sign off on any such artist or any artist who has a record of promoting vulgar and lawless behavior, including the firing of gunshots in public places. Reject it completely. Then him say, I was sent this morning a video of the fellow putting out a new line about Jacktown as the gun town. Him say, I'm going to move to have it taken off the airwaves and removed from social media. We want to hand over, this is the important part now, which I'm strongly agreeing with. We want to hand over to our children a better country, a better life that we have, well, we never have. That is what we want, right? So he's saying that, listen, pretty much, dancehall and promoting violence in their music subliminally is pretty much corrupting the children who are supposed to take over the next generation, because they all grew up in that, what I say now, culture.
Mindset.
Right? Mindset. Bad man, boy, if step on my clocks a problem.
So I am of the belief that if you grew up in a certain environment, all right, not to say that I'm going to disassociate the violence from the music. I'm not saying that it doesn't have an impact, but I am saying it kind of a minor. Because just as I said before, you can get your influence from many different places. Yeah. I believe that if you have a violent behavior, violent tendencies, you can mimic your that's something in. You can find places that mimic that, and you can use the music as a means to say, you know what, me see that the music, so guess what, that me I go do. You understand?
Exactly.
But I am saying to you now that it's not major, not a major impact that it has.
It's not the sole influence, as Jason says.
Not the sole influence. You have so many other factors. All right, for example, all four of you on the show here, we never listen to dancehall music.
Yeah.
All right,
dancehall music, but from a long time.
And I've gone on violence in a long time. We listen to music where degrade women. But we're not. All right,
look at it from this point of view. Look at it from this point of view.
We have music. We listen to music of all sorts. Music where degrade women when we are grow up. All of we never grew up as Christian. We listen to all kinds of music where put down female, do all kind of things. But guess what? We of ourselves, if you grow up a certain way, you're not gonna do it. So all have to do with your social upbringing. You understand? And if you are in a situation like what we say, poverty, if you're in a situation like that, you might turn to crime, yes. So you have to look at all the other factors that can cause a person to commit crime.
All right.
Music is one factor.
Poverty is number one.
Factor.
Yes, that is the number one reason for violence. That is the reason why people, and music is not sit down one day and listen to music and say, listen, go pick up the gun and do this and that and that. They see it around them. And the thing with music now is it either shines a light on it and it promotes it in a way where it becomes a normality. So therefore, that is how youths nowadays will say, all right, you know what, the music talk about it. I already see it around me. It's normal for me to go take it up and go and do
Listen,
it.
All right.
But it's
Before
not
you-
the
before you
it's
talk,
not
Ray,
the
before you talk, Ray,
major.
before you,
Go on.
you
not the
talk.
major.
Right. Jamaica is a Christian country. And
Yeah.
people go to church and them listen to the pastor preach or someone who's influential. And everyone can agree that at some point in their life, influential people will motivate them to do things. A teacher, a pastor, an artist, a business person, or so. But think about the impact that. All right, you mentioned earlier that when you were growing up, you hear, you mentioned when you were growing up, you hear music and music used to degrade women and all those things. Do you think the music now is worse in that category than it was before? Before, when they used to talk about crime and violence in music, it used to be subtle. They never used to use the actual word to say like kill and whatever. They might use different scenarios to bring out the concept to say they might do something. But over time, the mindset of people get more, because them absorb this negativity, you get more influential. So till man starts sing now, hello mate, I gotta come down at your place, I gotta shoot out your eye and mash up your face and these things.
Well, you have lyrics, man.
Yeah, so these things over time, because it engraved in your mind, eventually you're gonna end up act it out. So that's why
I know. I agree with that, because there's the thing now, Leon. If you're sad, Leon, and you hear a sad song, what you do? You start
you
crying.
feel even worse, you feel sadder.
It evokes emotions, right?
Yes.
If you're happy and you hear a happy song,
But you hear what you said.
right?
Yeah, but you hear what you
So
said a
if
while ago. You're sad, so you're already in that mood, right?
Right.
So it's not like, all right, let me give you a perfect example, right? Because I'm not going to come with this nonsense about gym and whatever, or it influences to lift weights or whatever.
Oh, you know
I'm
that.
going
Oh,
to
you know
stop
that.
it right there, so. I'm going to stop it right there, so. I not going to sit here and listen to the same music that I play at the gym and decide, say, you know what? I feel like I'm going to go to the gym because of that music. No, it don't work so. I have to be in the mind frame already. And then I play that music to heighten the mood that I am feeling. So all the music is doing is heightening the mood that they are. As Jason says, it when you have violent music to a toxic person with poor parenting and no moral values, what happened? You get an explosive situation. I believe the person is already like that, and as I said, the music only heightens it. The reason why a lot of these people sing these music. Yes, but
when they're older, they won't depart from it. So in a group, I listen to them.
But you can't turn away from poverty. You can't turn away from the eyes that poverty exists and all these things. And when these youths who grow up are singing about these things, it's to relieve themselves of stress. So they're not the ones who go and shoot. And other people who are in that same situation can relate to the type of music that is being said. I'm not agreeing with all the music that playing because a lot of things where they promote, it becomes a normality to everyone, which is wrong. So I
no, here's my problem. I'm not looking at it. Let me say something.
Garbage
I am not. Yeah.
Gigo.
I'm not saying if you listen dancehall, I mean, as I listen dancehall, so you get up and shoot a man. Never said that, right? What I'm saying is that the dancehall influence the culture. Now watch this now. See? I want to pay attention. All of us have children. Our children, them know reggae, them know Bob Marley. If you say right now, give reggae song, them go tell you one love, one heart, see? Because them not really listen dancehall in a our space. When in my space, them don't listen dancehall, none at all. And probably for guys who will get that, right? Now, watch me show you now. If I grow them, and I grow them for those focus on good songs, one love, one heart, right? You realize I grow a set of children who have a certain mindset. Right? Now, if you take another set of youths now, where them grow and them year is run up in 9 yard taking 3 points. See? And Ray. My kids don't know about 3 points. If you take 3 points, you take a basketball you talk about. See? Right? You talk about 3 points of music, you go take him 3 points, I kill him. Now, when them hear all of them something there, so you think their mind, brother, get warped. And that's why we are talking about generation now. If the dancer keep a shape the culture, and the culture keep a shape the society, when you go find, say, the more you have dancers that talk about killing boy and Ray, and the more the youths them are going to grow up and I think about putting them. One thing, look when the people them talk about ensure sell out like, whoa, see?
Exactly.
When cartel talk about clocks,
Clark
Class
said,
sell out
marketing.
like whoa. See?
That is
When
marketing.
Cartel-
That is marketing. That is marketing.
But my
Yeah,
child show the
yeah.
influence.
But hear me, son, hear
When
me, son.
Cartel talk about bleaching cream, everybody start bleach.
everybody start bleach.
But
See,
hold on,
that
hold
should
on.
influence
Me never
Let
done.
culture.
us talk about.
I was toning.
Hold on now. So you see, Rory, you're talking about a set of people, yeah, and these are the people that are in a certain environment. You understand? It's like home. If we should, as we said, bring up. That's why I said there's no study to show that we need to do a study to show how much it influences. Because you see, those people you're talking about, they are in a certain setting, yeah, garrison and certain eras. Yeah, our kids are not going to respond to that kind of that way. To
Police the music then.
Well, that's what I'm going to say now. So social media now, as you say, has heightened the music or put it on a certain level or pedestal where people can see it on the TV, can see it on YouTube or can social media. But at the same time, if, as Jason said, parenting, field parenting is the major problem we have in society. Major. And if you're going to talk about impact, you understand? That is what we need to improve. The whole parents are parenting their children, because we need a reform.
That is where moral values come from.
No,
Yeah.
man, the country need a reform. We need people that are gonna say, our parents are gonna say, listen, no, this my child not gonna listen to that, or my child is gonna grow up a certain
I
way.
agree with you, man.
But at the same time, the percentage of the people that are going to be influenced to go hear the music and say, "What take up a gun?" I believe that is very low.
No. All right. So hold on. I believe you, and I agree with you that bad parenting, poverty is the major cause. Bad parenting, and then me go as I'm going out to culture.
Agreed to.
Remember the question is if dancehall influence, you know. Ryan, let me ask a question. When a man decides I'm gonna murder a boy and bad boy, you think he listen to Boys to Men before into that? Or do you think he listen to Boys to Men on the daily?
No.
Or
Possibly.
Possibly.
We don't
Celine
know. We don't
No,
know. You never
But
know.
Rory,
These
Rory,
people mind
Rory,
sick. You can't tell me say them. You don't know that. You don't know that. You don't know that. But you can't tell me they're not listening to it either.
Do you feel that play when coach at a bus a party and boom and boring?
Yeah.
When we said earlier.
It happens.
If you have those intentions, those criminal intentions, you will mimic it. You find place where you can grab it from. So the music is, you can say, oh, my music.
Then take it out of the music.
But hold
Take it out.
But
So then I have nothing. Make him sit down with the bad intention of the no. Take it out of the music.
But hold on, before social
Big up
media,
yourself,
before
Lloyd.
People never did that. People never did commit crime and do all that kind of evil. We don't need the music to do that, you know. You understand? The people just have the intentions to do it. The music is just there as a means to say, okay, I can use a music if it help me if you go do what I go do. But as I would say, it's not major. Because remember I said earlier, no, a lot of things can influence people to do things. Any little thing can influence you if you commit crime.
I agree with you, but you said the dancehall.
It's a minor.
How minor? Into the percentage,
Minor.
what you talking about? Percentage.
Probably about 5 to 10%.
Yeah.
Well,
Hold on.
hold on.
All right, go ahead.
I agree with Ryan in this sense, because you're failing to understand. You just mentioned it with your son. Your son don't even know what 3-point is. It's the way how you bring them up. But guess what? As Jason is saying there, your child who has been brought up not exposed to these things, in the future hear these type of music, it won't have an impact. The impact that it would is somebody who is brought up in a different environment.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So you can't fail to understand that when you talk about the influence of music, it all depends on your upbringing.
That is the major.
Your
that is the major
foundation that
That
you
is
had
it.
from the get-go. If you're wissy-washy, any wind blow, you're going to blow with the wind. You understand?
Yeah.
So that's the problem with society today.
I would-
what's this?
right?
I agree with you.
And with poverty comes oppression, right? And that's why the mind of these youths, they lack education, they lack the structure from the same parents who becomes a cycle of how they're
Alright.
brought up, and they
Good.
say, you know what, and then
So
these
why
music
the
will talk
music
about,
propagate it then? So why the music now?
As
come
I
now,
said,
propagate this negativity,
making
on
it
top
a
of the negativity?
normality.
Take out
Yeah,
the music.
well, that's the problem with the music. The music is only making it normal, like this is normal in some sense. Because some of these people are also singing about the kind of environment that they are grown up
So
in.
you see that though? You see though? I'm asking you, does it have an influence?
Yeah.
Yes or no? It doesn't have an influence. But you say very minor. So I'm asking a question.
Minor.
If them take out, if them
influence
take out,
when?
If they take out dancehall music, right, with all of them killing
Big
them
up yourself,
playing
Barry.
beer. Okay, if them take out dancehall music out, right, take out violent one, then police the music. That's a question I ask. If them police the music and say, listen, we don't want no violent music about taking people 3 points and run up in the yard and killing mother and killing boy in a church for the pastor and killing pity them two and something, right? If them take out all of that, do you think it would have a positive impact on the next generation of youths? I'm asking a question.
Before I even answer, there was a crime committed in Jamaica the other day where man going to one place with machete. I not get the full story. But them cut the people them throat. And then done then go on the back go cut the hog throat. And music, then get that from the brother.
No, it can't be that. So hold on there. Are you saying that
music
music?
Hold on. Answer my question first. Answer my question first. Answer my question first. Answer my question first. If they remove them, police the music and remove all of the negative, kill a boy in front of pastor in a church, kill him grandma, everybody left no witness. They got that. Do you think that the culture will shift to a more positive one where the next generation of youths will be more, what am I saying now? Will reflect a normal society, not a violent one?
No,
Can teach.
because
so
what will
resolution.
happen is, hold on. You fail to understand that you remove the music, the violence and the crime still exist, right? And what will happen is if there's no way to release that kind of tension or stress, this youth gonna grow up only knowing to kill people and whatever because that's what he sees around him. You can take away the music and say this music is not being played, but you can't take away the crime just because you took away the music. The crime will still exist. Right, Rory? And that child will still be around that crime. And that child will still be around that bad parenting. And therefore, if he's being taught the wrong things and have no moral values, he will still commit crime.
I agree,
You can
but you're
take away
saying-
music,
you're saying that-
but it's not a major thing
Hold on.
that will stop a lot of these things.
Well, let me go
Somebody
on a
question.
limb here. So let me go on a limb right. Let
Right.
me go on a limb right here. So kind of simple. As me and you teach maths and a simple probability. See? So it all we just said earlier that it have to do with where you grew up. Yeah? The upbringing is the and let me ask you a question as a matter of fact. What percentage of some of these youths committing crime, if you were supposed to put a number to it, is based on if based on field parenting? What percent you would put it out to?
100.
Based on field parenting. So
Yeah.
that means that the music is what? Not a minor?
No. The whole lot. Go my whole lot.
Music could be in a minor.
You're talking
Music could be in a
about
minor.
causation now. We're talking about correlation. Which one you talk about? Me never said
Causation.
dancehall cause
Causation.
violence, you know. And I still
Dancehall
agree.
lead to it. So I'm asking you now.
No,
what
I
is
know.
the-
I never
what
said dancehall lead to it either.
Alright.
I
So
said
let me
dancehall
rephrase the question.
influence it because
Alright, so-
dancehall influence the culture and the culture violence. That's what them going to party at about dagga. Do you see how them treat? Do you see the treat the woman in the dancehall? Dagga. That's why we have domestic violence on the rise. Because they not even know how to treat women. We're not going to dancehall, a dagga slap and beat
Can
up
you
and
imagine?
turn round.
You can imagine a
music
kid
is
now.
very aggressive, Ryan.
Yes,
Very aggressive.
you can imagine.
I-
All me see on social media, you know, when them have dance at Jamaica, you know, is one man a carry one girl up in a tree.
Tree up,
them
that tree
old
top, jump
Like
off.
them old time,
Boom.
they call them people, yabba dabba do people where used to beat, where walk with them big good over their shoulder. And one
Yeah, man.
girl by their ear. What they call them? And that type of violence, me and
Flintstone.
Right, it's violent.
or whatever. And then climb tree with them, throw them off in a building top
That
and
tree
chuck
that
off
kind of
on
stuff with the
them.
dancehall.
And
And the
that them learn, so them end
selector
up-
big uppy. And Ryan,
You
you
just
see
said?
that?
You just said? Learn.
Because
Then
they
the music
because
teach
the
them.
dancehall
Okay.
too
Hold on.
And then music I
aggressive.
teach them.
Like, so that's how
Hold
they
on.
want to be treated.
So, hear me out. So, hey, let me see the youth them mind, not for them mind. You understand? Is corrupted based on what they see around. Yeah? And as I said, the music now kind of add fuel to the fire. And say, okay, you know what, this is how you grew up, and you see what of violence around us. So guess what? See one piece of machine. You know what I say? You see the youth them, some of them see them as a gossip with their finger, with their head, see them as gossip.
Culture cause that.
Well, I know, man. So guess what now? I am saying to you now, social media has its place, you know. We're not going to disassociate it at all.
By heightening
You
the
understand?
dancehall music.
But I am saying to you now, there are so many, you know why you miss my point now. There are so many other factors.
I
So many
agree.
other factors that
But
you are running
dancehall
from.
is one
But
that influences that.
And it does influence. I did say you that there you can find so many different things to influence people. You understand? Drugs influence. You taking a drugs. The drug influence people to go commit crime too. You didn't know that? Yeah. Good.
Right,
You
are
didn't
you-
know that?
And that's why
Yeah,
enough of
that's a
them go
question.
talk
So,
about
I know,
Mali
but that's a
popping
question.
and
You know,
them things there.
Shabdan, are you following what is happening in Jamaica now? Right? Shabdan get arrested, the music producer. Follow it up. People them can comment in the comments and tell about Shabdan. If you listen to what the anonymous guy named Sir P, right? Sir P apparently highlight what Shabdan are going with. Zin? And oh, it's a
Yeah, man,
mass.
lad.
Right,
To each them
right.
own, my brother.
And Shabdan, him use music is one of the things where him use to basically propagate the violence. See? If you're checking levels, Shabdan can tell you because him tell you the history, I can follow it up with Shabdan and Vibes Cartel and the whole Shabang and whatever. The whole of them are bad man. And the whole of them are, it's what them are sing about, it's what them live. It's not art anymore like one time. Music is not art where you can go some man and you do a nursery rhyme and say boy this and that and then flip and flop and da. No. Me I kill him in a church front of the pastor. Me I take out the boy, I'm not left no witness, me I kill him mother. Me I make sure say the dog dead. Man say make sure when you listen to that under the weed, because I remember saying one of them youth here who in the garage, so almost all of them, 90% of them smoke.
So that means the weed is an influence then too.
No, I never said that. I'm saying when they're under the weed, the thoughts that basically take over the mind, right? What is being injected in their brains. Let me digress. You see, in Asia, music is their number one language, quote unquote, in Asia. That is why the Asian them so smart. Them say the music when it plays, the music playing in Asia, they go ping pong dong 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 ping pong 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 pong, right?
Yeah, it's a
Them say,
motivational thing.
them
to
said
build the
when it
mind.
hit the brain waves, something like the brain waves, how it basically enhance the brain. Music does that. That's why the Asian them so bright. When me, everybody just knows me play my little piano. When me want to de-stress, I start the piano and it catch out my brain wave certain way. Trust me nice. Now when the man them know who in the poverty, which I agree with you, say poverty is a big problem. The man who in the poverty and already have the bad parenting. See? Him know when that man catch nothing but the dancehall, I tell him say, listen, me I go take the boy, because the boy I live like Ray. Boy I drive around like Ray. See him? And the boy go on like Ray, me I go take him things. Nothing that go happen. Because the parent is not there, which is a lot of them, and the poverty is there. What thing go happen, Ryan? The man basically go meditate upon it, they go connect, change it, warp the mindset, and look where you go think that's where bad mind come from, my brother. Envy. See, now take a boy things, right? No for them something here I come true from the music. So if it's government police the music and start to can't sing certain things now because them know say poverty they about the government know and it can't fix it yet. The government knows say bad parenting the boat, which we talk about abortion. Those who never watch abortion episode 1, that we should have gone. But the abortion never gone, right? The government know that. And you have a youth now very susceptible to violence. What do you think happen now when the music now come into play with all of them artists, I don't want to call them name. Them artists that tell you about 3 points and if you look at the music video, a beer rifle. Them all have dance now, rifle walk. See? A beer violence. So when they look at the youth now, when the youth are grow up, they have nothing for pre about violence.
So
Right.
that
Well,
brings me back to
halfway in the show. I will remind the viewers them please like, share, and subscribe. Helps to promote our program and give us more interesting topics to talk about. Also, we're gonna be putting out a poll for you guys to select or choose the topic that we will talk about. I'm pasting in the chat a link that takes you to our YouTube channel. We have over 600 subscribers already. Please join and subscribe. Thank you very much.
Please like the video. That's important. Click a like.
So let me get back to my point now. So Rory, you mentioned the fact that these kids have these other their environment, their upbringing, their parenting, all of these things, and then the music adds to that, causing them to lead to a life of crime. But I am just saying to you earlier, that before you even get to the music, before you touch the music, you mentioned two other factors that I spoke about earlier, about the external and the internal factors. Yeah, external meaning the environment, your parenting and whatever, and the internal, which is who you are as a person, how you react to certain things.
Right.
Yeah, those I am saying are the major influences of a person reacting and then going to the music after. So don't miss my point, you know. I'm not saying that the music can't influence you, you know, but I'm just saying as it's not as it's not a major impact to them committing crime as to if the parent is feeling and the environment where you grew up in and all of these other factors are the most them are impact the poverty and all those other things.
Well, let me say the government. Go ahead.
Before we talk, carry on, Blitz.
Yeah. Just to highlight also, you have violent movies that we all watch, right? And we find it as entertainment. I talk from back in the days of Rambo to now John Wick and stuff like that.
Norris. Yeah. All
And
right.
Chuck Norris that we
Good
always watch, right? And if you're trying to say that music has this big influence on the Jamaican crimes and whatever, what happened to these movies that are playing that give you a visual?
That are still playing.
Because the
And
movie
they're
is
still
fictional.
playing.
The movie fictional.
You believe that
No.
there's no substance
Hold
to
on.
where a movie is coming from?
So I am saying
When you watch Chuck Norris, you
Indifferent.
know some act them a act. Gully versus Gaza. Talk about that. What's the difference between
Whoa,
Gully
whoa,
versus
whoa,
Gaza
whoa, hold on,
and
hold
Chuck
Hold
Norris?
on, man.
Well,
Did you know, say Gully man Mavada for run when man come for shoot him up? These people we are talking about who act like them a bad man, they're not bad men. They're not bad. They just a talk about bad man. So moving a create badness. So moving a create badness.
You
So
see that? Where you see that? Because I see
You
man
know,
that they not Gully versus Gaza.
after them in a violence, I got
Rory.
jail. You see, Oliver Samuels, I got jail and them people because.
Me not see
but
that.
are you seeing Oliver Samuels act in a violent movie?
You
So you can't use Oliver Samuels. You
Chuck
just-
Norris got jail.
Hold on, there,
But
Rory.
he practiced self-defense. He actually can fly, kick, and all of the half of those
But
stunts
no,
where you
but-
see him
What
do.
about
Yo, but hold
violence?
on.
Them not about my place.
Fabian, don't move from this, Fabian. Don't move from this.
Yeah,
You see, we
but
just a
I'm-
while ago. You see, you just made a point where the movie have a whole heap of violence in it, and him say
Yeah.
it's fictional, good, and they're acting. When the man them up do them music video, what you call
They not
that?
act.
Them a act, bro.
Them a sing out what them a do.
And not only that, they not shooting at them video. Yeah, they not shoot nobody at them video.
Them a
They
big
not
rifle
shoot nobody
in
at
that
them video. But they not do not act. Them a act. And when they move, when they shooting, when they well, I know, as soon as they done shoot, they have to put on that. You understand? They have to put it down and move on. And that match
Tell me about Gully versus Gaza. Tell me about that.
Hold on, before I tell you that, before I
Tell
tell
me
you
about
that.
that.
When you bring up movies, you hardly find a movie where the bad guys win. It might start out with the bad guy look powerful and this and that, but the movies
Good
is
point.
all about good overcoming evil. You understand? You hardly ever movie where bad people win.
Gunshot at bus
But
night.
the music,
Man, I press
the
trigger.
No,
music,
no, no, no,
the system,
no.
the
Yeah,
Man, I
same.
press trigger. Man, I press trigger night. But
Yeah,
man, I kill people night.
self-defense and all of them things that with the bad guys are fight against evil.
But the
So
music,
movies
man,
are
the
about
man that the
fight
music,
against
hold on
evil.
there,
That
hold on,
nothing to do with
the man in the
Hold
music,
on,
how they
that-
say,
that is a weak
I defend him, I
argument.
defend himself.
We are,
No.
Of course
we
it
are
weak.
talking about
How is
the
it
music
weak?
is woke.
When you, all right. We were playing the other game, right?
I'm telling you how it weak.
Yeah.
And to agree with me, when in a sense, when you grow up and you watch a Rambo and you watch a Chuck Norris, where you find yourself on the bed a jump kick, a kick boy in their face, imaginary,
When they
a
was
fist up
Power
boy.
Ranger.
When you watch Power Ranger, what you do after?
Jump up and flick up and down.
All right.
You see so bam 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 bam
Whoa,
because
whoa.
it influence you. It
No,
influence
no.
you.
But me now go to the road and say, me go kick down this
But-
brother or
but-
whatever.
No.
I get it
But hold on,
inside.
Hold on, look, Rory, come on. We used to make paper gun too. See?
Exactly.
And I chew
Paper
that-
all them someday.
And we used to want water gun. And
Yeah,
all
man,
them
have
things
a
we want.
practice after.
You mean I want a water gun to see my we never have access to the gun. So here what now? If you probably did have access to it, but I probably go do it. You see me I say? But when I have it, but them you have access to it. You see me I say? Them have access to it. So what
And
I
so
say
the
to you now is
dancehall
this.
and the dancehall music heightened all of this.
No, but what I'm saying to you, it all boils down to who you are, where you're from, poverty, all these other factors before we get to that. As I said to you earlier, don't move from what me say. Anything can influence a man for you, anything. Somebody can come to me and say something wrong, something to me and me feel bad, me feel away about it. Me just react to it. and it influenced me to do something. So I am saying to you, there are so many different things that influence you. Music is a minor impact. It will have on an individual, minor impact compared to the other factors that are around. That's all I am saying.
Me grew up at Jamaica, and me work at Jamaica in a schools. Me I teach in England, and me work in a schools here. In a Jamaica, we dancehall music I play all the time, and kids, these are the things where them are sing, them are not this kind of sing. You have a lot more fights. I mean associate the dancehall music with all of them fights, them stabbing, them things.
I beg to differ.
We don't have this type of music. You don't see them things there. Talk it truth. You see them things there?
So are you saying
Of course. What do you mean?
Where?
In these same schools up here.
Which school?
I can ask my not all stabbings. Come on now, man. Don't bother talk as if violence to the everywhere. You're living under a rock. You're living under a rock. Violence is everywhere. I will even go there, so. You're talking about knocking desk and whatever. When I was going to school, I will knock desk. You know what I do? That bring us all together. We all share a beat. I will listen to the rhythm and all the way chipping and everything. What are you talking about? I never see no violence come from that.
One content.
All sort of content. Everybody who freestyle and sing about this and whatever. Right. Everybody just sing whatever. And everybody just laugh it off and we'll move on. We never go fight the next class or go say it over. We're bad man. We go beat up them boy there on the road or not. No.
Right, so
it was just fun. It was just stress. It's just to relieve stress. You understand? And that's the reason why these people.
Hold on. I agree with him. So yes, the dancehall, right? The dancehall they say release stress. It bring people together, right? People who share a common background, right?
Right.
Watch this now. Here's what I say. The difference between you and them, I talk about the criminals, it's when you listen to dancehall, see, you have another factor that is working against the dancehall. You have good parenting. See? So the good parenting basically subside they do all the dancehall impact. Right? Because I agree with you from day one. Yeah, because good parenting is the best thing you can bring. Right? I agree with that. Right. So all of we have good parenting, but I'm talking about the youth want to have the good parenting now. Right, but the mother basically I take the money, I got dance. See?
Right, so
whatever. The youth they know, him me talk about now. Him, the youth they want poverty. The youth them. Because most of them commit crime. And tell the viewers them other day what Leon said is that the love of money. Is that the love of money is the root of all evil, you know? When you say Leon, it's the what? Lack of money, that's the root of all evil. Because most evil, well, there's another topic I might say, but most evil come from the lack of money, correct? No, here's the thing now. Poverty. No, you're already in a poverty now, right? And before you have a music.
Go on.
All right, fine. Well, hold on. Before you have the music, uplift the people. Tell the people, them say, try harder. See? Go harder.
Never give up.
You must want to see people mash up their radio.
Hold on.
Or try harder and them not have the money for try harder or nor the government to open that avenue for them to try harder.
The people
you're working on the wrong. You're looking at the wrong thing to fix. Yes, policing is necessary, but that's not where we're supposed to be focusing on right now.
Me so finish.
Okay.
For those who don't know, I am an entrepreneur. I have a business here in Jamaica called 7 Crave. Those who are in Jamaica might know 7 Crave, and you might know 7 Crave, right? Mostly employ mostly riders from the garrison. See him? Me tell them other day, say, listen, you are going, no come. Me talk to the rider them, uplift them, tell them, say, yo, when you come, I say it's a stepping stone, right? I don't want to stay here forever. I want to go get education, whatever. They say, yo, John, no, Mr. White, don't say, yo, nobody know I really tell me that. See him? And I say, yeah, man. Because they don't say, right, and you know the relationship I have with the rider them. See? Yeah. And me basically let me the rider them know, say, yo, listen, now give them some positive message where them can say, yo, I go on. For real. We get something positive. Not from my mother, not from whatever, but from somebody else. No, I'm saying if the music, because not for them not have somebody, an employer maybe, to say, yo, I go on. Hold up a head youth. See? This should be a stepping stone. Try again. Don't give up. They not have nobody to tell them that. What them have is King and Skilly Bang and Ray Ray tell them say, yo, we chopping line, boy, if it dead, boy, this, boy, that. That's all them have here, right on the clock. Them sit down and hungry. Right, them hungry now. And rather than listen and say, yo, go on, get a skill, youth. Go a heart and go and get a skill. When you make you know, say you know, make sure you not kill. Play some music what uplift them, and you know, say we not go.
But those music exists. So what are you saying?
Hold on. Tell me one now. I'm waiting on one right now.
Yep, but that is the problem. They exist, but because we highlight these music more, it's hard to just pick it out of thin air to say, yeah, it exists.
But the people
but it exists.
Influence, and them not use it. The people have an influence, and they not use it. Skeng have how much thousand followers, they not use it. They might tell us, yo, I kill off a kill boy and
we can't use Skeng and them man there as an example. Reason being, they're the one who bring. No, but them bring the trap music, the whole genre of trap music into dancehall. So we can't use them because trap music just gonna always be some violent something about it.
But Rory, I just say a while ago, said then the man there sing about certain things. Some of them, if you interview them up on a level, them go tell us, listen, the man there sing about what I see in the ear. Enough of them go tell you that. So that me see, so me sing about it. Then. But if you also check their lifestyle, yeah, they might a little you don't know, good. But what I am saying is that for them, it's just a way. Because I want to somebody say, oh, I'm going to eat a food. That me have to do for eat a food. Because guess what? No, at this
anytime I'm hungry, I'll see me nine.
Well, I know, we're not going to say that.
That the lyrics say, well, go on, talk.
So what may I say now is this. If me ask you now, good, and you're going to be real with me and anybody on the show, you know, who are listening. Say, yo, what percentage of an individual listening, what we're talking about the other factors around them, because there are many other factors that can influence an individual. What percentage would you say is music that influence a man to commit a crime? What percentage would you put it? For me, can't find a research.
Right, so let me tell you. For me, the person who are in the garrison, see, me that's about 25%.
How much percent?
The person,
25%.
Right? The person who is not in the poverty, right? And call it person not in poverty, I would say probably about have good upbringing, about 5%. What's about good upbringing? What I'm talking about?
Okay.
But if
Barry, I don't agree with that then, Barry. I don't agree with that part then, Barry. We don't know that statement say once you go into the church, we have violence in the church. I don't agree with that. Barry,
I don't agree with that because you have Papa San and Lieutenant Stitchy where joined long time in the 90s joined the church. I will not talk about murder.
We never hear nobody that kill pastor yet until reggae music going to shoot.
Oh, stop the nonsense, man. Stop the nonsense.
Me never hear. Me just say me never
You
hear.
never hear. Okay.
Never
So social media then is not necessary. Is what is played on the social media then, right? Is what we highlight then.
I mean that. What I tell you, sir, Rory.
Before we continue, we have 8 minutes. We have 8 minutes, but we don't really like. We don't really like we don't really 12 minutes.
12.
We don't really like if we can talk as well, and the people where I watch, if them could have comment what them think we can do for reduce crime in Jamaica, because Jamaica have one of the highest crime rate in the world.
Right.
What could we do? What are some of the things we could do apart from music, like cut it out of the music? So I would say cut it out of the music, but what else can we do to help?
As a start.
Yes, as a start. What else could we do or could be done to help reduce crime in Jamaica?
Right. So, put that down. But I will ask you though, right? If it's not, since you're saying that the number one factor is poverty, right?
Yeah, number one.
I strongly think, I don't want to go into politics now, because I go off a tangent little, right? And Damon Crawford, I'm not PMP people, I'm not JLP either. Me a JNP, Jamaica National Party. Find out what
I know. You better
right?
check the
Right? But the man Crawford always a preach education, and education is key, right?
Key.
If poverty and bad parenting, right, go hand in hand, to basically a cause crime. Then if we have more educated people, let's say we have less crime, correct?
Yeah.
Or job opportunity. Which one would you say? More educated people
or
more job opportunity
first.
They both have to go hand in hand.
They go hand in hand because
not everybody can
be
accept or
educated
get educated because of them circumstance.
Yeah, but you can't be educated.
Job opportunity,
Yeah.
to provide to everybody, then I believe that there will be less crime because people are commit crime. Majority of the crime are commit because people were poor, so them are rob, them are thief, them are this, and that can
And as
bring a lot
Natalie
of
said,
murders.
it's a whole get rich thing that
All
everybody
right. Now we
going
go
with
settle
now.
the get
This
rich thing. You
get
understand?
get rich
What
quick
what what what
business.
what, what banging line?
But hear me, I say no.
Banging
That
line
I
and-
want,
and-
I
and
want,
the-
I
no,
want the
not
viewers
just-
them. I want the viewers them to understand. Say, listen now. Just like how we all over there, so we educated and we go college and we go university and we there up on a show. And thing. I want the viewers them to understand. And even if a bad man out there here want go on, you understand? You can realize that there's other options. You understand? Because all of we grew up in some inner city where we a bad man they run where a man a pick up gun and all them thing there. And the music, remember, we didn't listen to the music as before, But as we say, sometimes the situation you're in force you to choose a life of crime. Yeah? But you have to know within yourself, you say, listen, I want better for myself. You understand? I don't want to live this kind of life because there's better out there. And just like how all of we there, so now we are entrepreneurs, we have our own job, our own business and whatever. The young people them can't think the same way. Because guess what? The truth is, and we all there upon the show, say, no for them youth here, them not live for see no 40, 50 years in their life. Because guess what? Them just decide to
them
go
reach
this a
30.
life I want. No, because I have me there upon the show, Mr. Talk, from experience. Because guess what? No for the youth them I grew up with, them what them me teach. As a teacher, because who the punish one knows I'm a teacher. Some of the youth them teach, some of them they're not there around no more because guess what? They choose the lifestyle no matter and I like educate them. You understand? We try to educate them and say, listen, move away from that. But then circumstances and as I say, parenting, poverty, all those other external forces are causing you to turn to that lifestyle. You understand? But we want for them to know, say, listen, you can come out of that. You understand? By insurance, you get your education and put yourself in a position to get a good job. Straight.
Yes, Barry. Dog park girlfriend. Barry know about the thing, Yes, man.
Bad people. Yeah.
Right? Some people like them in a crime too. But anywho, you know what? I never said that. I don't want them ban me from
And
you.
then come with you.
I never said
People
that.
say that.
Take it back.
As a matter of fact, don't take none of it serious, right? So
No.
anything we say, when it offend you, just know say we not mean it. We
We
apologize.
don't mean it in no way. Right, but so alright, so Ryan, so I hear you. So education is key. And the people who are uneducated, right, we need to actually give them more mentorship program. See, Natalie put up there. Mentorship program do work. See?
Yeah.
Take out some of the negativity the out of it. Me said it. We showed the statistics earlier. Right? Me think say if you have a culture that is not so violent, people will be less violent. Right? You put a man in a violent atmosphere, the least thing make him violent. Right? So Jamaica culture on a whole is too violent, and that is strongly, right, a result of the media, what we put out in the media, the violence that we put out in the media, right? Which is what, back to what I said, the dancehall. Not saying dancehall is the major cause of violence, but I strongly think that if we start to police the music, I mean, Mr. Jason put earlier, say, how can we police the music, right? Just like the man in Guyana said to the man in Guyana, say, listen, music too violent, you can't come here with it, you can't perform with this music. Yeah. Cut them bread and see if you just say, yo, all right, them have to start clean up them music. Stop make them play per ear. No, the thing is that the whole earwaves thing, them are gonna say, oh no, we can't stream it on YouTube now, because YouTube are running the place now. See? But I better say, you see YouTube will run the place, yes. But most of them money come from touring and performance and show what them keep. If you start calm down, but then show dance and listen, it can't work. I got a show, and I bust rare, and I bust culture, whatever. The dance, the music needs to be cleaner, so that the youths are more grow up to a cup. Yeah, man. The music needs to be cleaner. Youths are more come up and have the music as the only form of influence. Cartel as the only form of influence. Right? Then if you hear something positive, well, that's why the people go and pay Cartel much money and say, Cartel, go sing a song about that, take up your book and Cartel song go, but and take up your book and that. And then cut and go to Bounty Killer and say, Bounty Killer. Bounty Killer go say, book, no pressure on the book. Right, because the people are going to say, yo, listen, please. They go no.
Yeah,
you know, have the influence.
They do influence people. And if they, as I said now, clean up
So
the
agree
music,
with
you know,
me?
after I sing about, but what may I
5
say
minutes
now?
left.
And if me don't know if one day them they skeng on them and we hear the show, you know, but me want if you understand, say listen now, take out some of the gun thing. We can sing about other things, you know. Enough other things not every sing about, you know. You don't have to sing about for shooting.
And that sell, gun sell.
The truth is, brother, the man them will take up the gun if they see it. You understand? If you in your video have gun and go so and go so, the man them will take it up. And he go in we go have the crime rate now go down. You see me I say? And in order for the crime rate go down, we have to do, we have to take a stop. We have to police the music first. We have to police the music. Cause in
While you
social
guys
media.
said,
So like you agree with
while
me?
you guys said earlier that poverty and all sorts of different things influence crime. Yes, those things need to be tackled. And one way to address poverty is for the persons who have are in the position to provide employment. To cut out some of them rigorous what you call them now, procedures that people have to go through to get a job. You know, like say employ riders, you know, go say, well, you have to ride back for 10 years first. And experience it. When they like them just get a bike. Give the man them a blind. Now make the man them get an opportunity to try. And if them fail, they teach them right. And as I say, Rory, me big up for that way I do. You motivate them at the same time. You know, just employ them and pay them. But you talk to them regularly and motivate them to grow. You know, and those are the things we need more people to talk to them.
Like you know, but I think
you see, opportunity why everything, you know. You see, the government,
we need more people like you in a society for sure.
Government need to provide more opportunity. That's the problem the people have. That's why the people them say them can bang a line, see, and make 3 times what you are making in 1 year, in 1 month. See? That when they pan the glean and what they are, right? And when they pan observe as well. And they must say, what going for that? How is that a man can get up and say, what going? You go to school and basically go study 4 years, take out student loan and be a things. And when you come out, the job what you get, when you work in 1 year, you work $1.4 million in 1 year. We make 2 calls. No, as a matter of fact, the person say, we make 10 calls and get through with 2. See? And we make more than you in 1 month. Right?
The higher the risk of the job is, the more money you get.
No, but what do you say to that the person there? Because me all have staff member who say, Mr. White, I'm not telling a lie. See? I'm not talking about rider now, I'm talking about staff. Who say, Mr. White, Jaja, if me get the opportunity, banging the line, look, enticing. Right? Again, it boil back down to another thing what I said to you, about the scamming and this whatever. A lot of it is being entertained by the music. The music starts singing about scamming, and so comes me and my staff about say, Mr. White, this scamming thing look good enough. See? But regardless, what do we say? And what do we tell a man now who say he can make what you make, Ryan, and what 4 we make in 1 year, he can make it by making 2 phone calls and people them send the money. Talk about that.
I would
not to stress myself before.
Let me say this. If you have to do any particular job, I say this, I always say this to the youths, I'm a teacher as well. If you have to do something where it is considered illegal and every day you have to get up and watch your back, you know who look for you, you know, if police look for you. I tell you, say, when you do that, you know, when you do something like that, you have 4 things that are against you. You have the police, you have your friend, the enemy, you have God. Yeah, 4 things you have to watch your back from. Yeah, and we tell people, say, listen, if you have to do that every single day in life, yeah, then the chance of you living till you have 80 or 70 is very slim. Yeah, it's not a right life for living. So you have to take a stop, examine what are you doing. Is it illegal? Is it causing others to be looking for me, or I am a threat to somebody else? You understand? Think about what you are.
But here's the thing now. What them say is that them willing to take on the risk, you know. Because right now them want to live. You know, I have a friend who tell me, say, you know, when they're involved in stuff that I tell him, say, boy, don't take up that. He say, Rory, life is a risk, you know, brother. You can dead tomorrow, you can walk out and dead tomorrow. See? So he might do what he have to do if he's dead tomorrow, so go. But watch this. What me said to him is that if you see police and gunman in a shootout, proper shootout, see? You're not gonna walk down the mids and say, yo, if me dead, you know, yo, cause I saw it going, no. Life is a risk. No. If it's the police and gunman a shootout, you're gonna basically go the opposite direction. Right? Why? Because you see the danger and you exercise what God give you called wisdom, and you avoid the danger. So when you take up them scamming thing and take up all them something there, you put yourself in a danger. See? Yes, life is a risk and we can die at any time. But the probability of you dying is significantly higher before.
True.
Yeah, but as we say, the man them really turn up the scamming thing and get out of hand right now. You know, if you're not watching news, they might find the scammer them in some high profile community, no brother. And I know look at they as
them get money and move out.
Yeah, man, them take the money, them have some top end community, zine, and them a roll a certain way, and a youth, none of them come from no garrison. So me I say, a youth them will have on tie and jacket, right? But here's the thing, time must catch up on them, right? And that is also one of the things to where we have the crime can't ease up to. The scamming, especially in a mobile, right? We know of a lot of killings, alright? Me, you know, because we come from the same community.
Yeah.
No for the man them are dead in our community. When take up the scamming, they not even live to see 30, right? Like
so yes, them enjoy themselves about a year.
Them enjoy themselves about
and then them dead.
Yeah,
about
because
10 years.
They don't want to work hard to get to a certain stage in their life, you know. But as I said, I get rich quick mentality, you know.
So how the people make money then?
Huh?
Remember, so we want to talk about that, you know, how to make money in Jamaica, you know, because
well, listen, we have
next week or another week.
next time, yeah.
Yeah, we have got
Put it on the poll.
into the show, you know. Yeah, we're putting that the poll. I put that the poll because we have to go. What time now? It's no time to close the show.
Yeah, man, long time.
Yeah, so people bless upon yourself and don't forget, you know, like.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, Nashan, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Next week, as I said, vote. We're sending out the poll soon.
On YouTube,
so,
make sure you're specific
yeah,
and
so
subscribe to YouTube.
yeah, make sure you say your vote.
Yeah, you have to subscribe to see the poll. I have to subscribe to see the poll actually, right? Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah.
You say subscribe and you see the
Here's
poll.
the
and
link.
vote. Yeah.
And don't forget to hit that notification bell. You
And
know?
big up on yourself,
Hey.
Jason, Barry. Who else did I comment again? Who else did
Lloyd,
Rapid,
Natalie.
Lloyd,
Antoinette.
Natalie, Antoinette. Big up on yourself.
You realize some viewers them. You realize some viewers them want so.
Marva.
You see all last week they so their skin catch a fire. And that them want. That go to that next week, man. Something hot.
Yeah, man. All right, then people bless up on yourself. Walk good. And we'll see you again next week.
Peace.
All right.
Peace out.
Take care.